Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Mount Tammany Ridge channel. I'm down here in the wood yard. I'm in the Cover It building where I have AJ's semi-pro kind of hanging out until tomorrow when I load it up and bring it on up to him for Saturday afternoon. I wanted to talk about something. One of my subscribers had commented yesterday, I believe it was, on the video that I posted, obviously prior to this one, and when he was talking about the splitter and how he thought this particular splitter worked, it had kind of raised awareness to the fact that maybe when I'm making some of these videos, what you see in the video doesn't necessarily translate on camera, largely because of the fact that the video isn't specifically on specific parts and pieces of the machine. So when you look at the machine, you might see something and assume it's part of the splitting apparatus as far as these wood splitters are concerned. And the way this thing is designed, I kind of wanted to bring the camera in a little bit closer and show the viewers that this, where are we? There we are. This piece here on the splitter, kind of like a dorsal fin deal, okay? That is not a vertical splitting wedge, okay? So that's basically like a backbone, right? For the splitting wedges that they build for this piece of equipment. So like I said, this piece is just a backbone. It does kind of look on camera, it does kind of look like the splitting wedge that you would see on some of the earlier commercial horizontal splitters before they had come up with a bunch of different ways of making multiple way wedges. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the lighter wedge because that 8-way wedge I have is super heavy. Not to say that the 4-way wedge isn't heavy too, but it's probably gonna be a little bit easier for me to hold for you near the camera. Just give me just a second. All right, this is probably the fastest you're gonna hear me talk because this thing is not light and it's kind of sharp. But this 4-way wedge here, okay, you could see it's long and it's got a open spot in there. That's where the pin goes for the adjustment. Now this here, okay, you could see maybe a little bit, this is recessed. So it's got a flare on both sides, okay? And the beef, the main part of the wedge is here. That is the back side. That rests against this piece here, the backbone, all right? And obviously your cutting edge is on this side. So the, man, am I glad to put that thing down. And it's hard to believe, with a lot of these other splitters, they get even heavier. So, whoo, yeah, it's heavy. So that void you saw down there in the bottom of the splitting wedge, that's where this pin goes in. Okay, and that pin goes through here. Let me grab the camera. I don't think you can see it. Yeah, I'll just bring you in closer. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, so those are the height selector holes, and that's where that pin goes through. And you can raise that up and down. And this here, see if I can get the camera in there. That's the slot in the bottom of the wedge that that you put that through. And I typically run the wedge not all the way down. I usually run it on the first pin. So you could take the pin out entirely and just lay it flat in there, and run it all the way down like a single wedge, because that 4-way does double as a single wedge as well. I'll show you that too. Just hang in there. I hope I'm not making you guys seasick. All right, so this here is, I'd say you're probably looking at above the horizontal splitting wedges. I'd have to say that's got to be 11 inches, roughly, maybe 12 overall. And you know, that's a nice tall single way wedge above those two. So when I have it on the first setting, the one up from the very lowest, it works out great for the way I split the wood. So you can get two pretty square splits off the bottom typically, and then I flip everything up on edge and I kind of quarter it down, and then I just keep blocking it off in slabs and make my wood that way. So yeah, that's you know, that's really why I wanted to make this video real quick. I literally just got home probably 10 minutes ago, and I just wanted to help everybody see you know, what maybe the camera wasn't showing. And of course I didn't think to mention it, just because, you know, I know what it is, and when I'm looking at the video, it's clear to me what it is because I have it here in my possession. And to some of you that are viewing on video, it just might not come that clear. So one more thing, I'm going to bring you in close. I'm going to give you a close-up of that area I was speaking about yesterday and that backbone, so you can get a better look at it. All right, so you can see here, this is all flat, totally square, all right? And that flare on the wedge comes up and it couples it just like that, and allows to slide up and down like that. And yeah, and Dell, I know you're watching. It's amazing to think that with that wedge in there, there's really not a lot of room. I mean, there's not a lot of tolerance around that wedge. They did a fantastic job of the fitment, because that's pretty tight. And and I don't mean tight like it binds up. I mean, there's like perfect fit. Everything moves smoothly. It does, you know, rattle and ring a little bit because, you know, you got to have some room in there. But it's a really nice fit, and it just blows me away that those little slivers and the time that I've had it had built up to the extent that they did. So anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. I just wanted to come down here, address that comment from Dell in the comment section on that previous video, and just wanted to put that out there because in my mind I figured, well, if it didn't come across in the video and it wasn't clear for Dell to have taken notice, then I want to be sure that everybody that may not have you know, come to the conclusion and that was a backbone and not a splitting wedge. So and I also figured it was more helpful to anybody who might want to buy the semi-pro brute force equipment. And yeah, so now you know what you're looking at as far as how the equipment's set up. And I will see you guys on the next video, and if you do like it, you know, comment, subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. You know the drill. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Hopefully this weather will give us a break. Talk to you soon.